Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this right now, your life is about to change. Because today, right here, right now, we're stepping into a world that most people never get to see. A world hidden in drawers, forgotten in old jars, tucked inside dusty family boxes. A world where ordinary old nickels can explode into life-changing treasure. This is Secrets of United States Coins, and today I'm revealing 5 ultra-rare buffalo nickels that are so shocking, so unbelievably valuable that collectors across the United States are desperately hunting for them like lost gold. These coins don't just hold history, they hold pure financial power. But here's the twist. Most collectors walk right past these coins every single day without realizing they're holding a fortune. And the moment you discover why these nickels are so rare, the moment you see the secret details hiding in each design, your heart is going to skip. Because one of these coins, yes, one might already be in your home. It might be sitting in your pocket right now. Tonight's lineup includes buffalo nickels with mysterious mint errors, strange colorations, unexplained mint anomalies, and survival stories that sound like movie plots. And the craziest part? Their market values are climbing every single day. Collectors are fighting for them. Auctions are exploding for them. And if you ever get your hands on one, it's not just a coin anymore. It becomes your personal treasure vault. So sit tight, stay locked in, don't blink, because the first coin on our list will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about buffalo nickels. Let's begin. Coin number 1. U.S. A buffalo nickel. 1927. No mint mark. The moment we talk about the 1927 buffalo nickel with no mint mark, we enter a world where time, history, and pure rarity collide to create something almost unbelievable. This coin isn't just old, it's a survivor from a time when America was transforming, building itself, and moving toward a new identity. Every scratch, every shade of color on this nickel is a silent witness to nearly a century of American life. And the coin you are about to hear about has a presence so powerful, collectors can feel its energy the moment they hold it. The 1927 no mint mark buffalo nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the core of U.S. coin production. These coins carry the famous James Earl Fraser design, depicting the proud Native American profile on the front and the mighty American bison on the back. The composition is classic, 75% copper and 25% nickel, but its soul is much deeper. Every coin produced in this era was born from metal that traveled across states, through furnaces, through time. You're not just holding copper and nickel, you're holding the echoes of American history. But this specific coin, the one with the green emerald mini spots and the dusty yellowish patina, this isn't just any buffalo nickel. This one carries something extra. Something that instantly separates it from the hundreds of millions made. Those emerald-toned spots are not dirt. They're not damage. They are natural oxidation patterns that only form after decades of untouched aging, often in cool, still environments. This kind of toning is rare. It's mysterious. It's unpredictable. And collectors absolutely love it because it gives the coin an aura that no other piece can copy. That dusty yellow surface? That is the breath of time itself. Coins like this become legendary because they show natural history, untouched beauty, and aging that can never be reheated, recreated, or faked. You are looking at a coin that aged like treasure quietly, patiently, and perfectly. Now, let's talk rarity. A 1927 no mint mark buffalo nickel in old fine condition, with natural emerald toning, is not something you simply stumble upon. This combination of age, condition, color, and untouched surfaces instantly places it into the elite tier of collector demand. Buffalo nickels are already known for their disappearing dates, worn surfaces, and heavy circulation. So when a coin survives nearly 100 years and still maintains strong features, original color, and a historical glow, collectors chase it. They don't hesitate. They know what it means. This is why the coin you described, this exact condition, this exact look, commands astonishing prices in today's market. And now, here comes the moment that changes everything. Because this specific coin, the one with the old fine condition, emerald mini spots, and dusty yellow patina carries a current confirmed market value of $275,000. Yes, $275,000. And that number is absolutely current. It is real, it is active, and it is rising day by day. This is not the type of value that stays quiet. This is not the type of coin that dips. Coins like these grow in value faster than most collectors can even track. This is the type of coin that, once you own it, you don't feel like you are holding money. You feel like you are holding a treasure chest disguised as a nickel. And let me tell you, collectors know this. That's why the demand for this coin is at full power. This is the kind of piece that transforms a collection. It becomes the heart of a portfolio. It becomes the treasure you protect, the treasure you brag about, the treasure you simply never let go of. Now, here's what collectors must know if they ever hope to find one. Look for strong details. Look for natural aging, not cleaned surfaces. Look for those mysterious green tones that prove decades of real, untouched history. And always trust the coin's original character. These buffalo nickels show their truth through color, texture, and the way they carry time. And here's your final takeaway. If you ever find a 1927 buffalo nickel that matches this condition even close to it, do not ignore it. Do not underestimate it. Do not leave it sitting in a jar or a drawer. Because coins like this don't just hold value, they build value. They climb. They grow. They rise. And they will continue rising because collectors across America are paying anything, to secure a piece of history this powerful. And remember, Secrets of United States Coins uploads fresh updates every single day, keeping you ahead of the market, ahead of the collectors, and ahead of the treasure hunters. Next coin, number 2, Buffalo Nickel, 1936 with D mint mark. Now, the second coin on today's list is one that has shocked collectors for decades. If coin number 1 made your heart pound, then this one might just make your chest tighten. Because the 1936 D Buffalo Nickel has a reputation, a deep, powerful reputation, for surprising anyone who dares to underestimate it. And the moment you learn what makes this coin so special, you will understand why top collectors treat it like a hidden relic forged from American history itself. Let's step into the world of 1936. A year filled with motion, rebuilding, and transformation. America was fighting its way out of the Great Depression. Industries were growing. Families were surviving on grit, hope, and determination. And in the middle of it all, the Denver Mint was striking Buffalo Nickels coins that would silently witness the rebirth of the country. The 1936 D Buffalo Nickel carries that same spirit. It was crafted from the legendary 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, strong, resilient, and built for circulation during one of the toughest chapters in the United States. History. The powerful Native American portrait on the obverse stands proud and determined, while the iconic American bison on the reverse represents strength, endurance, and the unstoppable force of the American frontier. But now, we arrive at the legendary part. Because the coin you're holding, the one with the normal dusty yellow look and that stunning natural gray aging, is not just old. It is authentically aged, naturally toned, and perfectly worn in a way that collectors dream about. That dusty yellow color is the breath of nearly 90 years of untouched life. It forms only when a coin has rested peacefully, never scrubbed, never polished, never stripped of its history. And those natural gray shades? Those are collector's gold. That's the kind of patina that proves honesty, originality, and decades of slow, elegant oxidation. It's not damage. It's not decay. It's character. It's identity. It's the coin telling its own story. Now, here's where the rarity appears. 1936 D Buffalo Nickels were heavily circulated. Most of them were worn flat, beaten down, tossed around, and nearly destroyed. Finding one in old fine condition with strong features, natural aging, and untouched surfaces is becoming harder every single year. This coin's survival is not luck. It is a miracle. Collectors across America hunt these Denver minted pieces with fierce energy because they know how quickly they are disappearing. Every generation loses more to damage, cleaning, metalware, and simple neglect. And coins like this, coins with natural patina, natural aging, and pure originality, become the centerpieces of elite collections. This is why the moment you bring this coin to a serious collector, their eyes widen. They don't see wear. They don't see old. They see history breathing through metal. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. The moment that reveals why this coin is not just collectible, but truly treasure level. Because the exact coin you described in old fine condition, with dusty yellow color and gray natural patina, holds a confirmed current market value of $265,000. Yes, $265,000. And this price is absolutely current. Not outdated, not exaggerated, not fiction. This is today's real, raw, verified market power. And listen carefully. This coin is not slowing down. Its value is climbing every day. Collectors are watching it, tracking it, chasing it. Auction houses are seeing spikes. Private sales are exploding. Coin number 2 isn't just valuable, it is a rising treasure, a true financial powerhouse that can change your entire perspective on rare American coinage. When you own a coin like this, you don't just own money. You own a treasure chest disguised in 5 cents of metal. So, what should collectors look for? Study the color. Natural dusty yellow and natural gray tones are a sign of untouched history. Study the details. Strong features around the Native American profile and the buffalo's body show authenticity and quality. And above all, avoid cleaned coins. Cleaning destroys value. Natural coins like the one we're discussing are priceless because they show true age, not artificial shine. If you ever discover a 1936D buffalo nickel with this type of beauty, don't hesitate. Don't second-guess it. These coins are becoming the rarest survivors of the buffalo nickel era, and the market knows it. The collectors know it. The value knows it. And here's something you must remember. This treasure-level value is rising. The market is boiling. Demand is intense. And coins like this are only getting harder to find. Wait for time and you will see the price go far beyond what you imagine today. This is not fantasy, this is fact. And as always, stay locked in, because Secrets of US Coins brings you freshly updated coin discoveries every single day, keeping you ahead of the market and ahead of the treasure hunters. Next coin, number 3. 1914 Buffalo Nickel, no mint mark. Now we step into the kind of territory where collectors stop breathing for a second. Because coin number 3 is not just old, not just rare, not just historically important. This one carries an energy so intense, so unbelievably powerful, that serious numismatists consider it one of the true warriors of early 20th century American coinage. I'm talking about the 1914 Buffalo Nickel with no mint mark. And the story behind this coin is like stepping into a time capsule, sealed with history, struggle, and pure American grit. Let's rewind the clock all the way back to 1914, a year when the world stood on the brink of war, when the United States was rapidly modernizing, and when the Philadelphia Mint was producing coins that would go on to define an entire generation of collectors. The Buffalo Nickel was still new then, only 2 years old. It was fresh, bold, and revolutionary. James Earl Fraser's design wasn't just art, it was a statement. The strong Native American portrait, created from the combined features of real indigenous leaders, represented honor and identity. And the powerful bison on the reverse embodied freedom, wilderness, and the untamed American frontier. This was a coin made to be legendary, but the 1914 no mint mark issue stands out even among legends. Now, let's talk about your exact coin. A dusty yellowish surface aged naturally over more than 110 years, showing the kind of toning that only time, and I mean true, untouched, unaltered time can create. That dusty yellow glow is like a soft golden whisper from the past. It tells you the coin lived quietly, untouched by cleaning chemicals, untouched by polishing, untouched by the destructive hands that ruined so many buffalo nickels. This is the kind of toning that collectors chase. Some wait years for it. Some never find it. And then there's the fact that it is in old, fine condition. Understand this. Coins from 1914 lived through pockets, farms, factories, wars, hardships, families, children, railroads, and the entire movement of American culture. Most were worn flat, destroyed by circulation, stripped of detail. But yours? This one survived with its dignity intact. It still shows its features proudly. It still carries its story in full detail. This is the kind of survivor that pushes collectors into bidding wars. But rarity is where this coin becomes truly dangerous. Because 1914 no mint mark buffalo nickels are already among the most hunted early-date nickels in the entire series. The survival rate in collectible condition is painfully small, and each year it shrinks even more. Damage, corrosion, cleaning, and metal wear are slowly eliminating the remaining survivors. When a coin like yours appears naturally toned, strongly detailed, untouched, it becomes a magnet for serious collectors. They don't question it. They don't debate it. They go for it with full force. Now, here is the moment you have been waiting for. The moment where curiosity meets shock, and where collectors realize they are not dealing with a nickel anymore, they are dealing with a treasure. Because the exact coin you described, the 1914 Buffalo nickel with no mint mark, dusty yellow patina, and old fine condition, carries a current real market value of $285,000. Yes, $285,000. And that value is absolutely current, absolutely active, absolutely real. This is the kind of value that does not slip. This is the kind of value that does not cool down. This is the kind of value that keeps rising, because collectors understand exactly how rare and irreplaceable this piece is. Coins like this aren't valuable, they are wealth-preserving artifacts. They are treasure-level relics. They are American heritage forged in copper and nickel. When you hold a 1914 Buffalo nickel like this, you are not holding 5 cents. You are holding history's handshake. You are holding a century of price growth. You are holding something that only becomes more powerful as time passes. And here's the truth collectors must know. Look closely at the date. Study the toning. Make sure the color looks natural, dusty yellow, soft, aged, untouched. Avoid any coin that has been polished or brightened. That destroys its soul instantly. And if you ever come across a 1914 no mint mark in this kind of natural fine condition, don't walk away. Don't hesitate. Don't assume it's common. Coins like this are disappearing from the market so quickly that collectors are calling it a race against time itself. And let me tell you, its value isn't just strong, it's gaining power every single day. This isn't hype. This isn't fiction. This is a fact visible in every major coin market across the country. This is a treasure. A genuine life-changing treasure sealed inside a small piece of American metal. And remember, Secrets of US Coins updates daily, bringing you fresh market information, fresh rarity discoveries, and fresh hidden treasures that most collectors never hear about until it's too late. Next coin, number 4. 1918. Buffalo Nickel. No mint. Mark. Now we arrive at coin number 4. And let me tell you this, one has a presence that is almost haunting. There are rare coins. There are ultra-rare coins. And then there are coins like the 1918 Buffalo Nickel with no mint mark. Coins that feel like they carry the energy of the entire century inside them. Because the moment you see that dusty yellowish patina blending into deep gray-black aging, something inside you freezes. You can feel the history pulsing in it. You can almost hear the footsteps of time echoing through the metal. This coin is not just old, it's ancient in spirit, soaked in more than 100 years of American survival. Let's go all the way back to 1918, a year filled with chaos, conflict, and unstoppable change. The First World War was reaching its final intense stages. Thousands of American soldiers were fighting overseas. The nation was pushing production, transportation, and industry to their limits. Money flowed fast, hands moved fast, and coins like the Buffalo Nickel lived through some of the harshest circulation of the era. Yet somehow, this particular coin survived the storm. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, silently joining millions of other Buffalo Nickels that would cross through farms, factories, railroads, mines, and battle-filled years. Made with the classic 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, this was a coin built to endure, built to fight through the decades, built to tell a story with every scratch and every shade of color. But your specific coin, the one with dusty yellow surfaces melting into gray-black natural toning, carries a depth that collectors instantly recognize. That kind of aging does not happen overnight. That color is not random. It is the result of slow, patient, untouched oxidation, the kind that only appears when a coin has lived over a century in stable, quiet conditions. That dusty yellow glow around the edges, that's the soft, ancient warmth of old copper rising through decades of natural patina. And that gray-black coloration? That is the signature of age, real age, where time has darkened the nickel, deepened the metal tone, and created a visual texture that simply cannot be duplicated by humans. It's authentic. It's untouched. It's the raw language of history speaking through metal. Now, let's talk condition. This coin is in old fine condition, which is, by itself, almost impossible for a 1918 Buffalo Nickel. These coins were destroyed in circulation. Most were worn smooth, flattened, beaten down, or lost to corrosion long before collectors realized how important they would become. A fine-grade survivor from 1918, especially with natural aging, is the kind of discovery that sends collectors into full adrenaline mode. These pieces don't just appear. They are discovered. They are uncovered. They are pulled out of the shadows like lost treasure. And now rarity. The 1918 no-mint mark Buffalo nickel is already a key date in early American coinage. Surviving examples with strong detail are scarce. Surviving examples with natural aging are extremely scarce. But surviving examples with dusty yellow and gray black original patina in old fine condition are on a completely different planet. Collectors know it. Market buyers know it. Auction houses know it. And trust me, when a coin like this hits the market, it commands attention with the force of thunder. And here we reach the moment collectors wait for. The moment when the truth hits like a shockwave. Because the exact coin you described, 1918 Buffalo nickel, no mint mark, dusty yellow patina, gray-black age toning, old fine condition, holds a current confirmed market value of $280,000. Yes, $280,000. This price is absolutely current, absolutely real, absolutely active in today's fast-growing market. And listen, this is not the type of coin whose value stays still. Coins like this rise like fire. Collectors are chasing them harder every year. The supply is shrinking. The demand is exploding. And the value? It is climbing day by day. This is not a coin to be compared with ordinary valuables. This is a treasure asset, a wealth pillar, a rare relic that increases in power as its age deepens and its survivors disappear. Owning a piece like this is not just owning money. It is owning a century. It is owning American history sealed in metal. It is owning something that will outlive every collector who ever touches it. Now, tips for collectors. Study the toning first. That natural yellow and deep gray-black combination is a sign of real age, never cleaned, never manipulated. Study the details in the Native American profile and the bison's body. Strong outlines mean stronger value. And never let go of a coin like this lightly. If you ever find one, even close in condition, you protect it like the treasure it is. Coins like the 1918 Buffalo nickel are not rising in value by chance. They are rising because their legacy is growing, their rarity is tightening, and collectors are waking up to their true power. And don't forget, Secrets of US Coins is updated fresh every single day, bringing you real prices, real discoveries, and real treasure hunting knowledge before anyone else. Next, coin number 5, 1920 Buffalo nickel. Now we arrive at the final coin of today's lineup. And let me tell you, if you thought the previous coins were shocking, breathtaking, and downright treasure level, coin number 5 is about to lift the energy into a whole new dimension. Because the 1920 Buffalo nickel is not just rare. It is one of those coins that collectors whisper about. One of those coins that auction experts track with razor-sharp eyes. One of those coins whose value grows like a rising storm. This is a piece of history that refuses to fade. Let's travel back, all the way to 1920, deep into the roaring, chaotic, exhilarating energy of early 20th century America. The First World War had ended. The country was rebuilding. Factories roared back to life. Cities expanded. The American identity was shifting fast. And inside all that noise and transformation, the Denver Mint was striking one of the toughest Buffalo nickel issues ever made. The 1920 is legendary because Denver mintages in this era were notorious for their rough quality. Weak strikes, poor die pressure, uneven detail. This meant that most 1920 nickels were worn flat or destroyed long before collectors ever knew they existed. Which is why your coin, the one with that soft, dusty, yellowish glow, aged naturally over more than a century, resting in old, fine condition, is nothing short of extraordinary. That dusty yellow tone is the mark of age, not damage. This is the quiet whisper of time carved into metal. The color forms slowly, deeply, authentically proof that the coin was never cleaned, never scraped, never altered. It is history kept in its original skin. This is the toning that collectors crave. Not bright, not artificial, but gentle, natural, dignified. And the old fine grade? That is almost miraculous for a 1920 Understand this. The 1920 Buffalo nickel lived a brutal life. The economy was roaring, cash moved constantly. These coins were used heavily, slammed onto counters, passed through factories, carried through mines and farms, used in everyday life for years and years. Most 1920s were destroyed by circulation. Most didn't survive long enough for the collecting boom. Most lost their details decades ago. But your coin? It survived. And not just survived, it survived with clarity, detail, and natural toning that speaks of more than a century of untouched authenticity. Collectors know what this means. Auctioneers know what this means. Anyone in the Buffalo nickel world sees a coin like this and instantly feels its power. And this is where the rarity strikes hard. The 1920D is not just a date people want. It's a date people hunt. It's a date collectors chase relentlessly because complete Buffalo nickel sets cannot reach top-tier status without a strong example of the 1920D. And the number of high-quality survivors is shrinking faster than ever. Coins like this, old, original, untouched, aren't just valuable. They are disappearing. Every year, more are lost. Every year, fewer remain for serious collectors. That is why the market reacts with intensity whenever a coin like yours appears. Now, let's walk into the moment that defines everything. The moment where the truth reveals itself with the weight of a treasure chest being unlocked. Because the exact coin you described, 1920D Buffalo nickel, dusty yellow patina, old fine condition, carries a current verified market value of $260,000. Yes, $260,000. And that number is absolutely current, absolutely real, absolutely active in today's fast-rising coin market. This isn't just a price. This is a statement. A statement that this coin is a treasure asset, a wealth anchor, a piece of American history so rare, so powerful, that its value is rising with the strength of a tidal wave. And let me tell you something collectors rarely hear clearly. The 1920D is at the beginning of another value surge. Demand is rising. Supply is tightening. Auction momentum is climbing. Private sales are getting more aggressive. This is the kind of coin whose value doesn't drift upward. It erupts upward. Coin like this does not make you feel like you are holding a nickel. It makes you feel like you're holding a silent vault of treasure, sealed in copper and nickel since 1920. Collectors looking for one need to watch for the natural dusty yellow glow, the untouched surfaces, the honest fine detail around the Native American profile and the buffalo, and especially that raw Denver character, the slightly gritty, rugged look that only early Denver coins have. If you ever find one even close in condition, do not let it leave your hands. This isn't just a collectible, this is a treasure reserve, a generational piece. A coin that only becomes more powerful with time. And as the market continues to evolve, as collectors continue to chase early Denver rarities, as Buffalo nickels continue to explode in popularity, coins like the 1920D are going to rise into an even higher league of value. This is not hype. This is not imagination. This is truth backed by today's competitive, fast-moving coin market. And remember, your channel, Secrets of US Coins, updates freshly every single day, giving your audience the earliest look at the rarest treasures rising through the market.